Hi guys, welcome back to April After Dark and happy 2019. Here I go again, another several months that I disappeared from YouTube. I had a lot of family stuff go on. We had to deal with a lot of things, so I had to put my family first. But anyway, my favorite gift that I got this year for Christmas was 2 tickets to Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum in Las Vegas in exactly 1 month from today. I'm not sure when you guys are going to be seeing this, but I will be going February 9th of this year. I think I probably cried for 10 minutes straight when I saw it. The realization, I am still like in shock that I'm getting to go to the freaking Haunted Museum, and I'm just so flipping excited. And there's been a lot of activity. I have seen things on the Haunted Museum's Twitter. Zach has said some things, and then not to mention Demon House was put on TV on Travel Channel for the first time. It is available obviously on streaming services like Amazon Prime, which is where I have it, or iTunes. I did go see it in theaters the one day that it was in theaters. You know that I did that. So I saw it then, and I was like, I loved it. That was like March of 2018. So New Year's Day, you know, Zach had been making this announcement. He even did a Facebook Live, and you know, he was going to show that, and then he added on that he was going to have a whole hour of special The Lost footage of Demon House, which, oh my god, I think that probably was more terrifying to me than the actual documentary. And I loved the documentary, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that, like, a lot of the stuff that I felt was missing in the documentary on Demon House was definitely in the lost footage. But anyway, so I'm going in a month, and with that being said, I kind of wanted to talk about, I never did an official review or anything. I didn't think I even really talked about Demon House. I think back then, 2019, I am definitely going to try to make a video at least once a week. I'm gonna try. No promises, but I'm definitely gonna try. And when I watched Zach's Facebook Live thing before the show premiered on January 1st, he said that, you know, obviously parts of the Demon House, like the staircase and the dirt and some of the relics that were buried underneath the staircase, the house was demolished, obviously, probably about 2 years after he bought it, I think, because he bought it in, I think it was 2014, and he did it with, sight unseen, which means he did it on the phone, like really rushed and kind of nervous. That's what I read. And he got the house, and he literally was like on the call to do an episode of Ghost Adventures. So he literally did it one fell swoop. He had been people been calling him, you know, this new case, the Ammons case, which I've never talked about that on here. I remember when it happened. I remember seeing it all over the news, and then seeing, you know, Inside Edition finding out that this house had supposedly over 200 demons. This kid had walked up backwards on a wall in front of medical professionals, a child protective services caseworker. I mean, there's so many elements to this, but, you know, at the time, I think he just kind of jumped on an opportunity, and I'm really glad that he did. But he tore the house down, and, you know, it's even in his book. You know, I got this when it first came out, and I have the other one too, but he talked about this, and the funny thing about it is that what I noticed was this book came out in 2014, and I remember getting it when it was a really like icy day here in Dallas, which doesn't usually ever happen, but it did that year. And at the very end of the chapter, it says, look for the Demon House movie to come out in 2015. And he wouldn't say anything about it for a long time. I remember people asking him on Twitter, you know, about Demon House, and he would never really answer it. And now you kind of see why. I've just been engaged in the whole thing ever since it came out, and then with the lost footage coming out, along with the idea that I know I'm going to the Haunted Museum, in a month, it has made me just even more obsessed, where I'm just like constantly thinking about it. I'm at work and I'm thinking about it. I'm at night, I'm not able to sleep because I'm thinking about it. I'm just so freaking excited about it. But some things I think Zach is a very credible person, in my opinion. I don't find him to be fake. You know, there are some people out there that are fake. And it's just unfortunate, but I don't think that Zach is one of those people. And the thing is with him is he doesn't care if you think that if what he's saying is real or not. He doesn't care. He just wants to get the information out there, and this is definitely his calling. And I have so many things that I, look up to him for, and I just feel like, I have so much in common with him. I have a lot of haunted dolls. Obviously, I haven't really done a ton of talking about them on here. I even got 2 more after the last one that I showed you guys, and I haven't done the pendulum. I haven't done spirit boxes. I haven't done anything. They're all together. Yeah, so there's just so many things I have not talked about on this channel. Things that I've collected. I'm gonna try to get into them this year. Maybe once a week I'll talk about those things. There's even investigations that I haven't talked about, what happened or what I thought, or had Toby come on here and talk with me, because he's been involved in all of them. So it's just, there's so many things. I have a lot of equipment. Do I always use it? No. If you watch Demon House, the documentary, when he's in there, one thing is, in the documentary, you're seeing that he doesn't use equipment, or he's not using equipment the night that he decides to board himself up into the house for 48 hours, which, by the way, he did not make it 48 hours. And that says a lot. I feel like if anybody could do it, he could do it, but he couldn't freaking do it. And, he wound up getting, his eyes are permanently damaged. He has diplopia. He had all these tests done to see if it was any neurological disorders, and it wasn't. So he basically has permanent double vision. Now, I saw this. I didn't realize this, okay? The Facebook Live of him before the lost footage came out, he takes his glasses off and he calls them prism glasses. So, which I knew he said that in the documentary too, but I'd always thought, he used to just kind of look like an Affliction, guy with spiky hair and, muscles and stuff. Like, not somebody that I took real seriously whenever Ghost Adventures first came out, but then as I started watching the show, I just couldn't stop watching it. And it seemed like as time went on, he got glasses, and his whole everything changed a little bit. Watching the documentary, at the very end, he tells you, I got this affliction, this permanent affliction, and that having surgery to fix the process runs the risk of him being permanently blind, and that's one of his biggest fears. So I don't blame him, and he's kind of gotten used to wearing glasses. So anyway, in the Facebook Live video, he takes his glasses off, and literally this eye, I don't know, it's one of the, I don't know if I'm doing this right looking in here because my viewfinder looks a little different. This eye starts to go like this, like it's like his eyes cross, and he actually showed you. And so to not see double vision, he has to have those glasses on, and that happened, at the Demon House. But he did say in the most recent video of Facebook Live, it sounded like he said that he sealed the room, the Demon House room. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to go into it. There's 4 situations, I think, that I've heard that you can either participate in or not participate in, or rooms that you can either go in or not go in. And there's no way I'm not going to not do it. There's no way. No way. I don't care how I feel going into anything, I'm going to do it. Because that's me, and that's what I will do. I'm not going to not go all the way over there to a place that I have been dying to go to and not go into a room. So he said that he sealed it off, and I don't know if that means that because he said something about protection. He still owns the land. He has no plans on building anything. He hasn't even been back there since they tore it down, and supposedly people are still going around there doing satanic rituals on top of the land. So I don't know if there is a vortex portal like they think, but there's just so many things about all this demonic stuff that it's just so interesting, and I feel like we're never going to know everything, but it's damn fascinating and intriguing to try to figure all that you can out. We still obviously don't know how entities or demons, whatever you want to call them, operate. We don't know. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever really know. It's so complex. You know, him saying in the beginning of the documentary, the sergeant who has spent decades of time, you know, dealing with an area that's high crime, you know, a lot of dangerous situations, and he wasn't believing this whole 200 demons living in this house with all these kids. There's just so many elements, and I know that I'm all over the place, but he said that, okay, that the demons or whatever it is in there affects men and women and children differently. Children and women are affected physically and emotionally, and that men are affected electronically. And if you've seen the documentary and then the lost footage, you'll see exactly how that is. There's just so many weird things, and I'm just like, this is what this stuff makes me feel like. That's why I love it so much, because I can't keep a straight thought. I'm all over the place. I'm extremely excited to be going to the Haunted Museum. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to film in there, but you will get some before and afters and some pictures, and hopefully I can meet Zach. If I do, I'll freaking just die right there, and my spirit will be in the museum. So anyway, I think the most terrifying thing to me when I watched Demon House was definitely the ending. That was just really creepy, and then the lost footage was even creepier along with that, because like, there's a camera guy, his name is Adam Albrecht or whatever, and I have looked around, and he does have an IMDb, but it's like he is in that field of TV production, horror, you know, all that stuff. So I think he might have been a friend of Jay's, and you'll see that in the documentary, because Jay's the one that knows him, has known him for years, and he kind of, this Adam guy basically, like, I don't know, something happens, he gets affected by the house, and there's just a lot of weird crap that goes on. The way he acts really freaked me out, made me uncomfortable. And then seeing him in the lost footage, where, I mean, him looking in that camera talking, it was just really creepy. And he passed a lie detector test for all these questions, like the fact that did he have dreams of Zach killing himself or him killing Zach, and he said yes. And, you know, he's basically telling you in the documentary that, you know, they have the camera, he's not on him because he doesn't want the camera on him, but you can, you know, he's talking, he's sitting back in a chair talking to Zach and, you know, Billy and Jay, and he's just saying, you know, up to this point, I mean, even up to this point, I didn't believe it at all. So, but, and then in the lost footage, he says kind of what happened, and that, you know, you won't believe that until you see it. Getting into your own head and just having this calm about you that you can connect, I think, with these energies. I don't know. I'm kind of getting on another level there. Anyway, guys, let me know if you have seen Demon House, what you thought of it, and the lost footage. And I know that there's a lot of skeptical people out there. A lot of people were saying that Adam, you know, look at his IMDb, he has an IMDb, and that, you know, he was doing all this stuff, and that he was an actor and does horror things and like extreme horror movies, I guess. But honestly, like, that kind of goes with paranormal, and I think he was already in that field. Obviously, if he's a camera guy helping out Ghost Adventures, knows Jay. Aaron used to be a camera tech, still is, whatever. Zach was doing, you know, producing. I mean, he did his documentary of investigating ghosts, and then he did the Demon House thing. So it's not that far-fetched. It's not like that is made up, and I don't, if that guy's acting, then I don't why isn't he in other movies? Because that's really good acting. Anyway, I don't mean to get off on my little ghost trail, but anyway, guys, I'm really excited for the new year. I'm excited about the museum. Ugh. Obviously, I can't shut up on here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for faithfully staying around and saying hi whenever you have. I love all of you, and I will talk to you soon. All right. As always, happy haunting. Stay scared. Have a very creepy night. Bye.